Welcome all of you in the second part of the sentiment analysis on airline tweets. Before that, we see the snapshot of the tutorial 1. In the tutorial 1, we import all the libraries. Again, we import the dataset. After that, we setting the parameters for our plot. After that, we do exploration of our data. That is, in our data contains more number of negative sentiments. So after that, now we are going for data cleaning. So now data cleaning. Tweets contain many slag variable, slag words and punctuation marks. So we need to clean our tweets before they can be used for training the machine learning models. However, before cleaning the tweets, let's divide our dataset into features and labels. We divide our dataset into features and labels. Features nothing but our exploratory variables, that is tweets. Our features is nothing but our tweets. Label set is nothing but our sentiments, that is positive, negative and neutral. Our feature set will consist of tweets only. If we look at our dataset, 11 column contains tweet text. Note that the index of the column will be 10 since our pandas column follow zero based indexing scheme where the first column is called zeroth column. Our label set will consist of sentiment of tweets that we have to predict, that is negative, positive and neutral. So we can use ilog method of the pandas data frame. So here we divide our two variables, that is tweets and our target variable airline sentiments. So this here we use ilog command to segregate these variables. Now once we divide our data into features and features, we can pre-process data in order to clean it. So for pre-processing, we use this code. We first of all make a list of pre-processed features, that is 0 to up to all length of features. First of all, we remove all the special characters in our tweets. For that, we apply this command array.sub. Inside the bracket, we have to apply this command, these arguments for removing the all special character. After that, we remove all the single characters, that is nothing but these characters. We have to, for that we have to use this command and these arguments inside the bracket. After that, we remove all single character from the start. Again, for that we have to use this code and these two arguments for removing the all characters or remove single characters from the our tweets. Now substituting multiple space with single space. Now we substitute multiple spaces into a single spaces. We convert multiple spaces into single spaces. For that, we apply this command and this argument inside the bracket. You can see here. After removing prefixed b, that is this is the required code for removing the prefix b. And finally, we converting our tweets into lowercase. For this is the required. Actually, it is necessary to do all the tweets into lowercase for better conversion of our text data into numeric data. That is, when there is any word in the uppercase letter and another word in lowercase letter, then it is considered separately in our text analysis. That is converting text data into numerical data. The both words are considered separately. That is, if they both are same but their alphabets, that is one is in uppercase and another is in lowercase, then it can be considered as two words for the converting it into numerical data. So for converting our text data into numerical data, we use TF-IDF method. That is here in the bag of words approach, each word has the same weight. The idea behind TF-IDF approach is that the words that occur less in the documents and more in the individual documents contribute more toward the classification. So the TF-IDF approach, that is nothing but term frequency and inverse document frequency approach. So TF-IDF is a combination of two terms, that is term frequency and inverse document frequency. They can be calculated like this. We can use this formula, that is term frequency can be calculated as frequency of the word in the document divided by the total number of the words in that document, and IDF is obtained by using the formula log of total number of documents divided by number of documents containing the word. Yeah, that is the particular word. The total number of all documents divided by the number of documents containing that word. It is inverse document frequency. So these are the two formulas for TF-IDF. After TF-IDF, we see the practical implementation of TF-IDF. TF-IDF using the sklearn library. Python sklearn library contains the TF-IDF factorizer class that can be used to convert text features into TF-IDF features vector. We have to use this code for applying the TF-IDF factorizer. So I can now explain the arguments of the TF-IDF factorizer. So in above code we define the maximum features, that is we can see here maximum features 2500, which means that only uses the 2500 most frequently occurring words to create a bag of words feature vector. That is most frequently occurring words used, only 2500 frequently most occurring words are used, and words that occur less frequently are not very useful for our classification. Similarly, max df, that is this argument specifies that only use those words that occurs in maximum 80% of the document. Okay, the words that occur in all documents are too common and are very useful for classification. Similarly, min df, that is this argument, is set to 7, which shows that include words that occur in at least 7 documents. Okay, this is the required description about the arguments inside the bracket. Now we are going to here we use stop words and stop words here while doing TF-IDF factorizer. There we use remove the actual stop words, that is, and, are. These are the stop words which are present in our tweets. So here we use argument stop words. So now we are going to divide our dataset into training and testing dataset. In the previous section, we converted data into numeric form. So as I give in the first tutorial of text analysis, the cleaning of the dataset. So after that cleaning, we are going to see here we see how we convert our data into numeric data. As the last step, before we train our algorithms, we need to divide our data into training and testing data. The training set will be used to train the algorithms, while the test set is used to evaluate the performance of the machine learning model. Here we use train test split command to divide our data set. So let's divide our data set into 80% and 20%. 80% training data set and 20% testing data set. So let's execute this code. Actually we does not execute our above code, that's why we got some error. Let's execute it first of all. Now our data get segregated. Now we'll split it into 80% and 20%. 80% training dataset and 20% testing dataset. Now we apply random forest classifier for the numerical data which is obtained from the tweet text, and after applying TF-IDF factorizer, Now actually we are applying our machine learning model on this numerical data which is obtained after applying this TF-IDF factorizer. So let's apply this machine learning model. Our dataset contain more than 50,000 data points. That's why we required much more times for running this machine learning model, random forest classifier. While while this model is running, we see first of all the process we have to do in sentiment analysis. First of all, import all the libraries, import the dataset. Again, these are the parameters which are we applied to setting our figure size, that is parameters for the visualization of the plot. Again, we explore our data. From that we can see that our dataset contain much more negative sentiments. It is followed by some neutral sentiments and after that positive sentiments. But in Virgin America airline, that is sentiment count is similar sentiment counts for neutral, positive and negative sentiments. So after that we are going for data cleaning. For before that we segregate our two variables, that is our tweets and our target variable airline sentiment. After that we go for pre-processing our data. This is the required code for pre-processing of the data. We can see here, this is the required code for pre-processing of the data, and converting the lowercase is our necessary requirement for before converting our text data into numerical data. So after that we apply TF-IDF method for converting text data into numeric data. This is the formulas for TF-IDF. After that we import TF-IDF factorizer from sklearn library, and we remove all the stop words from the textual data by applying these arguments stop words in the TF-IDF factorizer. So now we are going to divide our dataset into training and testing, that is 80% training dataset and 20% testing dataset. Now we are going to see the classification. Here we use random forest classifier. Our random forest classifier command is still running because our dataset contain much more data points, that is more than 50,000 rows. So we have to wait for some time for running our classifier, running our machine learning model, random forest classifier. Random forest classifier basically it is an ensemble learning algorithm. In that ensemble learning algorithm we use bagging. I was already explained about bagging and random forest classifier in my tutorial. So if you want to know more about random forest, you can see that tutorial to know more about that algorithms, machine learning algorithm. Here our algorithm is run. So let's apply it on testing dataset. Our testing dataset contains 20% of the observations. So let's apply it on testing dataset. Our code is executed here. Now we check accuracy of our model, that is random forest model, by applying confusion matrix and accuracy score command. Here we can see this is our confusion matrix, this is our accuracy score. So our dataset accuracy score is model accuracy score is 75%, so which is quite good. So after running this model you can get 75% accuracy from the random forest model. You can also apply SVM, another machine learning model, for obtaining the or classification of the sentiments. So actually what is happening there, we after running this model we can pre-process all the tweets. We can apply these tweets. We just input these tweets in our model, that is this textual data. we put this textual data or tweets in our model and try to see the sentiments, that is negative, positive or neutral. This is actually our model do. So this is the required process for sentiment analysis on this airline dataset. You can do sentiment analysis by using these commands and codes on any dataset, any Twitter dataset or any social media dataset. So I think you get all the things which are required for sentiment analysis. So this is our required model and this is our required accuracy which is obtained from our model. If you want to apply any another machine learning model, you can also apply that. So thank you all of you. Stay tuned and subscribe our channel.